Unaccustomed as I am to public speaking, I'd like to welcome you all here today. I'd like to start by welcoming you all to the wedding of Botox and Tom. Oh, sorry, Elspeth. I beg your pardon, Elspeth. Oh, jeez. Imagine getting that wrong. Sorry. It gives me particular pleasure to see so many of you here. It's taken so long to get to this stage, but here we are. We're here at last. So, Elspeth's arrival in the world was rather dramatic, so much so it took me years to get over it. It wasn't that she was that ugly, she was actually a very pretty baby. She took after me in so many ways, but it was all the medical stuff that was pretty scary. And she nearly didn't make it at all, same with Shona. But after trauma of her arrival, Elspeth thrived. And she was a perfect little girl, Daddy's little princess, LCP, she that can do no wrong. Fortunately, Mummy was a bit more realistic about the situation and took charge of the children's upbringing. As a parent, you don't always do it right, but you do the best you can, you know. And clearly Elspeth discovered our limitations at an early age. She was always trying to escape us. From running out into Beatrice Road at age 3, dodging the traffic, to knotting sheets together in an attempt to abseil out a bedroom window at age 15, shouting, "You've ruined my life." Elspeth has shown herself to be loyal, kind and warm-hearted. Whatever we said about you in the past, this is where I start crying, by the way. This is where I get all emotional. So I'll try and hold it together for the last 2 paragraphs, okay? Anyway, Elspeth, whatever we said about you in the past, you're looking radiant today. And seeing you graduate and being here today at your wedding are 2 of the finest and proudest moments of my life. You've brought an enormous amount of fun and pleasure into our lives, and we hope you will bring as much to your new husband and marriage. In all your achievements, you made your old dad and very much younger mum very proud. Okay, Sonny the brownie points. Very proud, okay? To my daughter-in-law see, I told you I was losing it. To my daughter, enjoy your big day. To my new son-in-law, welcome to the family. About 8 years ago, there's a ring and a doorbell of Shaw Towers. And who should be standing on the doorstep but Tom in accounts? The visitor who, ladies and gentlemen, now stands before you as Elspeth's husband and our new son-in-law. Perseverance, tenacity are just plain daft. They all spring to mind, but here he is. He survived the LCP wobbles and the mood swings. However, after sharing a house with them both for nearly 3 years, I now discover he has quite a few issues too. So clearly, they are well suited after all. just to make sure Tom doesn't try and do a runner. Where is he? He's over there. Please, somebody attach this to his leg. Okay. And he has to wear it for the rest of the day. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Tom for braving the Shaw household. Well done, Tom.
May I have this dance? In the ground, we bury the seeds of a pear tree, all the things we carried. Now we're down to our bare feet. May I have this dance? To make it up to you. Can I say something crazy? I love you. Give me both your hands to make it up to you. Let me spin and excite you. We are bound to inherit the sins of our parents and all of the people we pass through. Now we're down to the last two. May I have this dance to make it up to you? Can I say something crazy? I love you. Give me both your hands to make it up to you. Let me spin and excite you.
So Tom and Elspeth, you have both made the declarations required by law and have made a solemn and binding contract with each other in the presence of your family and friends, your witnesses before Francis and before me. So it just remains for me to say, it is my pleasure and privilege to declare that you are now husband and wife, and Tom, you may kiss your bride. Congratulations.
Thanks to our mate Tom for giving us the honour of being his proud best men. As I'm sure you're all aware, Tom has many great qualities. One of them is how hard-working he is, and we have that, in part, to thank for the party ahead and the spread that we've enjoyed today. I say in part because we know who really puts the bread on the table, don't we, Els? Cheers to London's top recruiter.
We do have some drinks captains sat around various tables. So if I could ask everyone to don caps and stand up if you're a drinks captain.
Hola, I am Buzz. That's it? Great, okay. Hi everyone, I'm Suze.
Hello, I'm Lee Bell. I'm 33 from Coventry.
Hi, I'm Sebastian and I'll be your drinks captain for tonight.
Hi, my name is Party Pete and I like to party.
Hello, I'm Tom and my other half's next to me, so I've run out of data.
Everyone, if you could please be upstanding with napkins and be prepared to wave, whoop and holler as we introduce the bride and groom.
For those that don't know me, I'm Jamie, Tom's previous wife before Els came into the picture. And having lived with Els and Tom in London for many years, it's been really hard to pick the right words or the right stories just to say how much they mean to me.
This was written 2003, so a few years ago. I was away in the Gulf War and she sent me this message. It said, "Hi Dad, how are you? I'm fine. I saw Matty in town today with 8 other boys. At swimming there is this boy called Michael and he fancies me. He isn't in my class. On The Sims we've had 3 babies with different families. One, this is the important bit, one has already been taken away by social services." Lots of love, Elspeth. Thank you, Elspeth. Right, that's it. Bye-bye.
I must say, when I first went into Elsa's workplace, she'd been talking about this bloke, Tom in accounts, and I thought, crikey, this bloke sounds fucking boring. And I popped into Elsa's office, I was puffed my chest out, put on my coolest clothes, and kind of walked over, and I was like, I'm not even going to look at him. And I sat down with Elsa, I was like, which one is it? She was like, that desk over there, just sat there. I looked up and I was like, oh, you've got to be joking, surely not. But you know what? Our relationship has blossomed since we first met. And arguably, this moment, as much as it is for Jamie to realise his dream of public speaking, this is also a moment for Tom and I to finally, and come here, call each other brother. Tom, I couldn't ask for a better brother-in-law than you. Because we've had some incredible times. We really hit it off when I was down in London pretending to study, but I was looking for somewhere to stay. And else, out of her goodwill that we've heard a little bit about, said, Finn, look, Tom and I have just moved into Fulham. Why don't you jump on the sofa bed for a couple of weeks? Maybe just test and adjust, see if there's anywhere you can stay. 2 years later, I was still on that sofa bed, and whilst they were working hard every day, I was absolutely the bad influence in that Tom would finish his work, I'd be doing next to nothing all day, message Tom saying, get to the pub. And I think Tom probably spent more time with me over those 2 years than he did with Elspeth, so been a roller coaster. But without further ado, please could we all give a big cheer to the groom, Tom.
I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone for being here today. Today, Elspeth specifically asked me not to say anything cliche or to make her cringe. But I'm not very good at following instructions. Elspeth, you look absolutely incredible today. I'm very lucky to have found someone so patient, supportive, and a little bit stubborn. You keep me on my toes, make me laugh, and do your best to keep me in check. Elspeth and I first met at work over 10 years ago, where she made her advances on me. Shona and Jamie, I'd like to take a moment to thank you for raising an incredible daughter, but also for welcoming me into your family and your home for 2 to 3 years. Now, it took a few months before I met Jamie. So, after work one night, I caught the train down to Red Hill to visit, expecting to meet Shona to pick me up from the station, who I'd met on several occasions before. I saw the car, hopped in, and to my surprise, there was Jamie behind the wheel. I said, "Hi, nice to meet you, thanks for picking me up." To which he replied, completely deadpan, "I collected you, I didn't pick you up, hookers get picked up." Now, I'll let you interpret that how you wish, but it sounds like a man speaking from experience. We are both really excited for our futures together. We would like to thank everyone again for attending. Before I hand over to the best men, please raise your glasses to my wife, Elspeth.
So Ollie has covered our earlier lives together with Tom, so we're going to go back to 2014. Tom and I decided to ditch Ollie, and we moved to London. Over the next decade, Tom and I covered just about every blade of grass together in London, and we made many countless memories along the way. In London, we eventually found what I think was our crowning achievement, a new home fittingly named Kennington Palace. Well, every palace needs a princess, and we knew we'd found ours when in walked in the beautiful, the funny, and the utterly charming Max Parker. Max, give everyone a wave. Look at those teeth. Beautiful, beautiful. Of course I'm joking, and I'm referring to the iconic Els.
I'll close my part of this with some well wishes and commiserations to Els. Agreeing to marry Tom is a truly noble decision that is going to come with some pros and cons. Unfortunately, your sleep may never be completely peaceful again. There's every chance of waking up to him disassembling your bedroom furniture in his sleep. In the positive column, you'll never be without the latest gadget or gizmo to help with a problem you didn't know you had. Also, you'll never need to worry if he doesn't come home after work one night. You'll know exactly where he is every single time. A certain private members club for creative types. In all seriousness, Els, ever since he introduced me to you outside the tube station, it's been totally obvious to me how crazy about you he is. I know for sure he'll be fully devoted to you forevermore, and I wish you all the happiness in the world. Love you both.
and keep it brief, as I know we're all keen to get to the dance floor. And I first met Els in Kennington Palace after a work social, and over the next few months, much to my surprise, Els kept popping up. And much to Tom's delight, he must have said to me probably about 15 times, "What do I think of Els?" And I didn't need to say anything, his face said it all. Tom and Els, we couldn't be happier for you. It's a joy to see you all together, hosting, laughing and facing life side by side. We all love you and we're delighted to be part of your special day. So everyone, please rise if you can and raise your glasses to Tom and Els, our newlyweds. Cheers.